Hello YouTube, it's Ben here from Team America 1 coming at you guys with an updated Sylvan deck list for you guys. This is kind of a locals report, not really. I just will talk about some testing that I've been doing lately with the deck, and then short talk about regionals up and coming. So, just get straight into the list. So, this has been altered since I last uploaded it, I guess, but starting it off with 3 Hermitry. You need to go into this guy. This guy is your powerhouse. Level 8 pretty much gets everything done. Then the 3 Sageakoya. Sageakoya, again, it's a lot less cloggy since you can bring it out of your hand. Manipulating that is pretty important in my opinion. So the double Marsh Leaf. Again, Marsh Leaf is really good against cards like Ophion or Floodgates against you, monsters especially, but especially Ophion. Ophion is a really big problem for this deck. So the same goes for your commercial removes. This is really good at popping face-up spells and traps. I found going into a tournament yesterday, Necro Valley really is a powerful card against this deck. It really eliminates all of your good plays. And by all of them, I mean like Soul Charge and Miracle Fertilizer, which are the power pushes of the deck. So pretty much saying that you can't push with your deck limits a lot of its uses. So Kumashrimu is really important in that, and unfortunately for me, by the time he had everything, my Kumashrimus were already milled. So I'm testing 2 right now. I may bump it back up to 3. I don't know. But I have bumped Princess Sprout up to 3. I finally got my 3rd copy. Princess Sprout to 3. No problems, no consistency issues. The card is just way too good. What's it called? No Peacekeeper right now. I'm dropped that. This is a new build, so testing that. The 2 Lone Fires though, because Lone Fire is Lone Fire. Spore, free exceed plays pretty much. That's what you do with Spore. Your 2 Rose Archer. Rose Archer is becoming less relevant for me, anyways, with the amount of the amount of Sylvan matches that I've been playing against at locals. So that's just that, but outside of that, it's just been an all-around really good card. And then the final 2 cards I play are 2 Curry Bandit. I do have 3. I feel like for me, 2 has been the most consistent, so that's why I play 2. You only really want to see Curry Bandit at the very beginning or mid-game. Late-game Curry Bandits are not that useful because half the time your resources are already gone from setting up from Sylvania and etc. So, onto the spells. The 1 Book of Moon, this plays under Trap Sun really well, so we play that. Dark Hole, I found that I've needed the main deck removal or mass removal that isn't Marsh Leaf in spell form, so Dark Hole does that wonderfully, so it's a good card right now. And then the 1 Foolish, because first turn Foolish with Miracle Fertilizer, setting up your big tree plays can be really effective actually, so Foolish Burial is in there for that reason. I'm then playing 3 copies of Sylvan Charity. Gotta play it. It's what makes the deck consistent. As well as Charity, double Sylvania. You don't want to see this card a lot, so I have dropped it down to 2. I think I had it at 2 in my last video as well. I don't really rewatch those, so that's my bad. But it's the most consistent. I don't play Terraform. I feel like that's just, I don't know, a waste of space for certain cards that I decide to play, but then triple Miracle Fertilizer, and then, of course, 3 Soul Charge. These are your power push plays. You save these until you know you can push, or you have the Rose Archer, or you can just push through back row. So, Soul Charge, Miracle Fertilizer, the 6 copies of Monster Reborn, and oftentimes you're going to be reusing your Miracle Fertilizers quite often. So, there's that. And then for the traps, I actually play trap cards in my Sylvan builds. You guys have realized that. I found it to be the most effective, but 1 Solemn Warning is warning, and then the 1 Bottomless to punish other extension plays with Soul Charge is really why I play it. I used to play Torrential. Torrential was pretty bad actually in my opinion. I don't know, but double Breakthrough Skill replaces Venus Chain for the fact that you can Breakthrough Skill the Abyss Dweller on your turn, which is really cool. So you need to have that. And then double Phoenix Wing. Phoenix Wing is Phoenix Wing, so you play that. This justification, it is technically a -1, but with the amount of revival that you play in this deck, Phoenix Wing can help level out the playing field by when you go first. So opening up with the Phoenix Wing and then being able to Phoenix Wing your opponent's card back to the top of the deck evens out the playing field, as the fact is they will be seeing the same cards or same number of cards you will be seeing, and you will have gone first. As I said, it is a -1 or -1, but like I said, with Miracle Fertilizer and Soul Charge Beam cards, half the time you will be reviving Hermitries or Sages that you have pitched with Phoenix Wing. And if these don't get like wiretapped or negated somehow, Phoenix Wing really just helps. It gives you a lot of advantage. For -1, it gives you a lot of advantage, and it ends up evening itself out because half the time the card that you're setting back on top is a card they don't want to be drawing again. So there's always that, and that's my justification for playing it. A lot of people tell me not to play -1s, especially in this format where you're not going to be drawing first. I technically don't agree. So, because you're always going to have the +1 with your charities anyways. So, for the extra deck, for the rank 3 1 Mech-Equipped Engineer, this card is the best. I love this card. The one Big Eye, I actually make this quite often now. I find myself Big Eyeing my opponent's cards to make plays. I Big Eyed a Grapha today to make a Felgrand, and that was fun. So, the one Draco Sack, I find myself going to Draco Sack a lot less. Draco Sack is really easily beat right now, in my opinion. So, I do play the double Aurea. Aurea is bumped up to 2 mainly for the fact that it's a 2800 plant, so it helps put big boards or a big monster on the board with your cards like Rivalry. So Aurea is just all around amazing right there. So the one Alcay, same aspect, the rank 8 version of this pretty much. Not really, it's not really the same, but it's a rank 8 plant Exceed that you can go into under Rivalry. 3200 defense, which is also really nice. So the one Gimmick Puppet Grinder's awesome. But this is my favorite, to be honest. If not Felgrand, this is my favorite card in the extra deck, strictly because this card has won me so many games. Being able to detach, ask for a response. If they say no, tribute your field and blow up their field, and then have them get really mad because they can't chain mid-resolution of an effect. That's the really fun part about this card. So this is instantly becoming one of my favorite cards to shark on as well. So call me a bad person for that, but I like that a lot. So and then the double Felgrand, you need to play this at 2. This is the one-man army of your extra deck, so power plays for days. One Black Rose, or this is Synchros. One Black Rose, one Stardust, one Scrap, one Leo, and then Star Eater. And to be honest, Leo, I may not play Leo anymore, strictly because 1, Moral Talk doesn't target, and Leo is really ineffective against that. But 2, I find myself, if I can make Leo, I can make Star Eater. And I make Star Eater a lot more than I do Leo, strictly because Star Eater has the 100 extra attack, and it can push through back row a lot easier than Leo can, in my opinion. So, although Leo is a lot better since D-Prison, etc. are being played. So, and if you have a way to protect Leo from cards like Moral Talk, then, well, I guess you're in a good spot. Quickly, what I've been siding lately, it's been working so far. So, double DD Crow, your 3 copies of Max C. Max C is awesome. Double Exceed Encore. I haven't faced any Evil Swarm lately, so the card's been pretty irrelevant. And then triple MST, which MST has been really good. MVP side deck card is Different Dimension Ground. With the amount of Sylvans and Mythic Rulers in my locals, Different Dimension Ground has just won me so many games. I was playing against a Mythic Ruler player, and he decided to push under a Different Dimension Ground. He wasted all of his resources, and then next turn I just soul charged everything he tried to kill back. Big Eyed his Heliopolis that he made off of his push, and it was a good day. So there was that. And then double Rivalry. Rivalry is awesome. This card shuts down deck. Floodgates are cool. And then 2 Decree, and I played the 2 Decree over the 2 Dust Tornado because I figured if I'm playing against a back row heavy deck, I want it to be so they can't activate their back row instead of I have a chance of hitting their back row, or one back row. Against like Hat, if they don't have the ice hands, or you have a way to get rid of the ice hands without them actually like blowing up your crap, Decree is really good, because if they set for like Murmillo, but you in-phase Decree, that is one of the most satisfying feelings in the world. The only problem that you have with that is Moral Talk. Moral Talk will blow up your Decrees, which is where Breakthrough Skill comes into, which is really nice. So your Breakthrough Skill, your warnings, even Felgrant to protect Decree. Well, I guess, yeah, Felgrant to protect Decree. So with that being said, though, that is it for the deck. The last thing that I would like to talk about is on August 23rd, I do have a Regionals coming up in Des Moines, Iowa, and I plan on attending that. I'm not 100% sure. My plan is to attend, and my plan is to enter the tournament. Not quite sure on what I'm going to play yet. I have Hat almost built and this built, so I think I'm going to stick with this because it's more my playstyle. But anyways, guys, just a little bit of that. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.